Right, different car today. Going to do a wee bit of work on the Corsa. Last year I noticed that the rust around the back wiper aperture was just getting ridiculous. It was really bad, and I was surprised that the wiper didn't actually start to come away from the body of the car. So I thought over the winter I would take that wiper off, which it's incidentally had seized years ago. I've had this car 10 years and it had seized probably about 5 years ago, so it was of no use. So I thought I would just remove it, fill it, sand it and try and paint it. So I've done all that, but the paint job, you probably can't see it, and thank goodness you can't, from this view here, I've made a bit of a backside of it. I don't know whether it's been too cold or I've not painted anything in a while. I've painted things before on my cars to quite good effect, but not this time. It had runs, it's got orange peel, but it is shiny and there is quite a few layers of paint on it, and you can't see where the wiper used to be. So that's a start. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get my DA polisher out and see if I can actually improve its looks just a little bit. I really don't want to have to call in the professionals for such a small thing. I've only painted half of it. My first Corsa, I remember I reversed into a wall many years ago now. Just a slight bump, and it just caved in that little bit there and the back bumper, and I took it to a repair shop and they got away with just painting half and it looked absolutely fine. So I've tried to do that here, so there is a small line just about there, but I've tried to blend it in as much as I can, and I'll continue to work on that. Today's job is just to try and see if I can flat this back a little bit. So let's get the polisher out and I'll cut back to you when I'm giving it a wee go. Right, so we've got the DA polisher with just a little bit of T-cut smeared into it. Don't normally use T-cut for polishing cars because you need to put a lot of polish on it afterwards, because it takes the protection off the paint. But for cutting this back, it's absolutely fine, and this car's not going to go anywhere out this garage until springtime. So let's have a wee look and see if we can cut it back. I've tried to smear it in a wee bit because it is quite thick, and with the DA polisher sometimes if you put on too much polish you just end up wearing it. So let's give it a wee go. It will be quite noisy. Before I buff it back, put just a little bit more on, go for it again. It's pretty orange peely and there's a lot of runs in it, so it's going to be quite a lot of work. Smear that in with my finger so it doesn't go everywhere, especially not on the bumper because it's black plastic and it's difficult to get the polish off. That was close, the mop came flying off. No damage though. One thing to remember about DA polisher is to keep moving fast, because otherwise you might burn the paint. So we'll buff it off now and we'll have a wee look and see what kind of job I've done. And yeah, I definitely need a new one of these because that was close, because that would have damaged my my paint job. Not that I could probably make it much worse, but right, I'll cut back when I've buffed it off. Okay, so my dual action polishing pad wasn't going to stay on, it's lost its stick. So we'll just resort to manually cutting it back. I've done that a few times. I'm just going to polish it off now and see what it looks like. In a cold day, it takes a lot to get this polish, or whatever it is, compound off. But I suppose the good thing is it lasts a long time before it starts to flash off, so you can keep going with it longer. It's definitely getting shinier, and the orange peel effect is reducing. You see a lot of it's come off the cloth. Right, that's as much as we're going to get it, I think. You can see there's an orange peel effect, and there's a wee run there, and there's a line there I need to cut back, but I'm going to put the badge back on here, the Vauxhall badge. I've got a phase 1 style badge. I'm going to put that on, I'll show you in a minute. The phase 2 one is like that one there, the chrome. I'm going to take that off, keep the wee DTM sticker, touch those in as well, and I'll put the old style sticker on. It's not the worst job in the world. It's a Corsa, you know, it's not a Bentley Flying Spur, you know, so really, does it matter? Probably not. We'll have a look at those badges now. Right, I'll have a look at these badges now. So these were taken off my phase 1 1996 Corsa. They changed these in 97 to make them all chrome, so these are a little bit bigger. I debadged it way back, I think it was about 2002. So I kept these badges. I've lost the 1.4 badge, but that's irrelevant for that car because that's a 1 litre. So I think these still look pretty good. I'm hoping to put a personalised number plate on it as well. That's on a W reg. I'm hoping to put a similar plate on it to the Audi, which will be a K reg, which will make it look earlier. Satin red was an early Corsa colour as well. So I think I should just give it a wee bit more of a retro appeal. I might just have a wee test fit of this Vauxhall badge, see what it looks like. I think that looks pretty good.